Hello, everyone. Good evening, and welcome to our kickoff AMA featuring Castle Crush for tonight. So this is gonna be our game spotlight for this week. So I'm really excited on what's gonna happen. Castle Crush is actually one of our newer games that we have partnered with, and together with me is no other than Fallen Corpses. What's up? What's up? What's up?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Pleasure to be here.
Let's go. So yeah, Fallen, I'm really excited on what's gonna happen for this week's. And as far as I know, Castle Crush is actually one of the original non-NFT game that was transitioned to an NFT game, right? So what are the things that we are expecting for this game and for this week for this game spotlight that we have right now?
Yeah, quite a bit. Another jam-packed week of game spotlight here. We actually have a tournament that's been ongoing for the past month, running between quite a bit of our members there. We have a huge amount of guilds that play Castle Crush competitively. We have some of the top ranked guilds in the world actually that came and partnered with us, called Alpha Titans. They do have. At one point, we did have the best player in the world, and he's still competing for that spot. But it's pretty tough competition there. So brackets change every season or so. And seasons are about 2 to 3 months themselves within Castle Crush. And I think the last season just ended there. But yeah, lots of events going on. So we have that tournament. We're going to be having the community AMA tomorrow. AC, game hunters, the game huntresses will all be playing throughout the week. So be sure to hang out with them. And then at the end of the week, we'll be doing the finals. Actually, we're going to be going and reviewing some of the videos on that as well, some of the matches, and interviewing some of the players there. And then we'll have our wrap up stream as well to cap off the week.
Wow, that's actually quite surprising. I actually didn't know much about our competitive scene on Castle Crush, and I really didn't know that we had the best player on Castle Crush, and it was really an exciting part for me to hear because I'm actually a really competitive player as well, and to know that YGG House is one of the best players that we have for Castle Crush. It's really amazing to be part of this community right now. And actually, we have also prepared like 3 videos of some of the games that they had on the tournament for Castle Crush. So I think the title is Knights Qualifier, and I have the videos for week number 3 on the final games that they have. So yeah, Fallen, are you ready to watch some of the videos that we have prepared for this one?
Yeah, let's do it. It's going to
Let's
be
go.
exciting to see it.
Let's go. So the first video that we will be showing is game number 2 of week number 3 of the Knights Qualifier tournament. So let's go. Wow, 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 wow. That was really close. I think both of their HPs were actually down to a really low point wherein anyone could actually win the game. But it was actually the other who was the guy on the left side? I forgot his name. I think Phantom was on the right side. The left side got it.
Yeah, so there, I see Gaio talking about the same comp. We actually, so for this tournament, there's a restriction on what cards people can use. So you're going to see a lot of the same cards. We wanted to level out the playing field so even new players were able to compete with some of the high ranking, like the #1 player, right? So everybody is only allowed to use the same cards, and they're only allowed to use cards up to castle level 5, which is pretty much the almost anybody can get to castle level 5 within the first 2 weeks or so. And in that way, even if you kind of just join the game there, you're still able to compete in this tournament, and more or less show your skills. So if you're like an all-star, but you haven't played Castle Crush for a long time, you're still able to compete in this tournament. Here was the idea behind that.
Wow, that's actually quite nice. And how long will be this tournament be running? So, is this different? This night's tournament, the night qualifier tournament, different from the CC tournament, or the CC tournament that we are going to be discussing, or are they just the same ones?
Yeah, so it's the same one. So what you're seeing is we had 3 weeks of what we call qualifier rounds. And again, we'll kind of dive a little bit more into this tomorrow when we have the community AMA and we have CryptoDad, our lead GA, on there, and Pisparita, the leader of the Alpha Titans. They're a little bit more knowledgeable than I am. I do play Castle Crush, but I'm not the best player. But yeah, what you saw there was a match between our Knights guild there, and they're kind of like a middle ground guild in between there. They're vying for higher in spaces, but it's really our Alpha Titans guilds that are in like the top positions there that are vying for like first place and like first to fourth place around the world. Because your clans also get ranked based on your players' ability there. So Alpha Titans, we have pretty much like all of our best players from all the guilds kind of get siphoned into that top one so that we can place the top amount. And hopefully every season, place #1 is the best guild in the world, right? And we can see that Alpha Titans YGG tag at the top of the leaderboards there. Yeah, so it's a pretty fierce competition right now for this tournament. We're gonna have tweaks to it every season, but we want to run at least one of these per gap season here at YGG as kind of a little in-house friendly competition, as you saw there. And it was really close, right? Like you saw a few times there, like one person got to the castle, the other person didn't give up, and then they pushed them back, and so on and so forth. And that's why you can't just give up and be like, oh, I'm done, they're at my castle. Like there's always an opportunity to push back, right?
Yeah, the comeback is real. The comeback is real on that one. I was actually thinking that it was gonna be push during one of the rally there, but surprisingly he was able to defend it and was able to bounce back and get the win on that one. But it was really close. I think anyone could have won that one, and we actually still have 2 clips that we can actually show. So maybe we can proceed with the game number 3 of that series. So like a comeback. Maybe it's a comeback game for Pancham from USA as well. Ready? Let's go.
Bow to the king.
Hey, Fanchanan won this round.
Yeah.
Was able to dominate that one. I think the first part was kind of close, but I think after that one push, he was able to dominate it right away.
Yeah, sometimes RNG is in your favor there, and you get the cards that just happen to synergize super well, especially with this small pool of cards that we're giving people. It definitely sometimes you have to pray to the RNG gods that the cards come out and they line up in your favor there. But yeah, if people are kind of interested on whether seeing Panchan a few more times, just because you lose one of your matches doesn't mean you can't try like in the next 2 weeks to qualify for that finals. So we have 50 spots for that finals week. And people can kind of retry in their brackets week to week if they don't qualify. Obviously, if you win and you qualify, you don't have to worry about requalifying. You're already in the finals. But if you didn't qualify in those other 3 weeks, you have the opportunity to as long as there's space to retry and come in and verse somebody else in those brackets to hopefully make it to the finals.
This is actually a good concept to limit the cards and to actually give more chances to the players. So, to everyone watching this kickoff right now, if you guys are actually interested in the game is called Castle Crush. So, this is a PvP game where your players actually duel real time 1v1 using a deck of cards to crush each other's castle. So, think of it something like. Wait, I don't think I can compare games right but
Oh,
uh,
I don't think there's a problem with it.
I think it's more of like Axie V2 wherein you get to fight them real time like per round. But this is more of a continuous matchup, right? Unlike V2 wherein it's like a Pokemon type. Unlike Origin right now, which is also way different than V2 and Castle Crush. So if you guys are looking for a new game to actually try and play, we can actually try it out, Castle Crush, and we're going to have a lot of things in store for you guys this week. What are the schedule that we have fallen for this week's game spotlight? So the people watching at home right now, watching our stream right now, can actually follow us and see on what's stored for Castle Crush.
Yeah, there's going to be a whole week of stuff. I know Sedano and yourself are getting a banner ready to go, and that should be out if it's not already out. But like I said, we've got quite a bit of stuff packed in there. Tomorrow we'll have our community AMA. I'll have Crypto Dad and Pisparita, right? So there's our lead GA and the leader of Alpha Titans. Pisparita's played this game, I think, since it came out, because Castle Crush has been out for quite a few years, like quite a bit. And they already have a large player base. Like you said, they transitioned to Web 2 to Web 3. So that all of those players have kind of come over. So I'll have them on tomorrow, as well as Big Boss and Boring Forever. They might not want to chime in chat, but they'll be in the text chat there. They're also very prominent players. Boring leads one of the guilds for us as well. Guild House, I believe. So there'll be a lot of community chat. Tomorrow is more of the intimate, like, community talk there, where you'll get it from the players themselves. We're going to try and pull some people on for some interviews. Maybe we're gonna try and get the number one player to kind of hop on and chat there. He's actually got a bunch of YouTube videos if you are trying to learn Castle Crush, showing exactly how you can go from like the first rank all the way up there. So he is definitely one of the people. If you're interested in playing, you should definitely hop on. There is no barrier of entry, right? This is completely free to hop on and join. And then if you need NFTs, which is where you can get the earning mechanics there, and we'll hop into this more, you just join one of our clans, and we have forums that you can join up there, and then you can use the NFT there, which gives you a really big edge, I might say too, to a lot of people that don't have NFTs there, since it's a fully ranked up card, right? Like, your card is rank up, just like in Castle Crush. Clash of Clans, my bad, or any other games, you can actually rank up these cards and stuff, but the NFT is essentially fully ranked up. So it kind of gives you that quick edge when you're just starting out.
Let go, guys. So if you guys want a lot of benefits and a lot of interaction with a really good community, a good and building community, join us right now here on YGG for our Castle Crush community. And again, tomorrow they are going to have their AMA, the leaders AMA for tomorrow. So stay tuned on everything that we have for Castle Crush. So I think we still have one more clip. It's gonna be like the final clip that we have prepared for tonight. So yeah, let's watch it up. And after that one, guys, everyone who's still watching here right now on Discord, you guys can prepare some of the questions, some questions, and let's ask Fallen about it because I really don't know that much about the game. But we have Fallen here, who's the expert. Let's go. Let's go.
Recover! Recover!
As you wish, master.
Bow to the king.
As you wish, master.
Bow to the king.
Hey, that was a comeback game from Cheyenne. Congratulations, Cheyenne, for winning that game. And we have an updated bracket. Maybe we will be posting it soon about the tournament on what's the latest update on the tournament right now. But I think the tournament is still ongoing, right, Fallen?
Oh yeah, yep, it is still ongoing. I see Boring in the chat there. I'm sure she can fill in some more details there. I think Boring, you're participating in the match itself, right? You're participating in the tournament as well. So yeah, she'll have some more details there in the chat, if not. But yeah, we have. I think this will be the final week for the finals, like the finals week, as we would say there. And then, like I said, we should have the YGG Grand Champion for Castle Crush at the end of this week, probably around Saturday or something. I think we're gonna try and like even have that match streamed or go over it for our kind of wrap up stream there, but I'm not quite sure.
Boring is actually telling that she's a noob, but I don't think Boring is a noob. She's actually one of the top players in most of the games that I know. So definitely not a noob. And yeah, I think it's gonna be really fun and something that we are going to be anticipating for this week, the final week of the Castle Crush tournament. And definitely after this stream, I'm going to play some game on a few and gonna try it out. Maybe this game is for me. Maybe this is a game that I'm looking for. And yeah, Castle Crush is the name, and it's going to be on our game spotlight for this week. And yeah, any questions, guys? Since this is a kickoff AMA and a kickoff stream for Castle Crush, do you have any questions that you guys want to throw in? Ask me or ask Fallen. Maybe just Fallen about Castle Crush. And yeah, we're going to answer some questions that we have right now. Let's go. Let's go. So Lubu is mentioning that Guildhouse is recruiting new players for Castle Crush, and yeah, I think the Guildhouse is composed of multiple games, right? Like Big Time, Castle Crush. What are the other games that is involved in the Big House? The Guildhouse as well.
Yeah, Guildhouse has a few different games under that moniker there that are kind of led by Boring and Labu and a few other people there. I'm not quite sure myself. I know for Castle Crush, that's actually the guild that I sit in, just because I'm not an overly competitive player and unfortunately don't have too much time to like dive as deep and go for, up these ranks here. So I kind of just chill in Guildhouse. For me, I like Castle Crush because I can hop in like once a day, play my matches, get my stuff, and then kind of hop out. same with LOK and a few other games that we have there. I just don't have the time to like hop in and spend a bunch of hours in game, unfortunately, right now. And really, for stuff like that, it's like MMORPGs or FPSs that I like hook me for that kind of time. But Castle Crush is nice and simple. You can hop in, when you have time, hop out, play a few matches, and then come back. And do your work in between, right? And then with the NFTs and stuff, there is a small era of earning there if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, awesome, awesome. So it actually reminds me something like Cyball, yeah, Cyball. So yeah, it's definitely an action packed game wherein you can actually just play at your own pace. You don't need to burn yourself out. So it's actually quite a nice game on the side. So we have one question here coming from Boring Forever. She is asking on how to rent more cards. So is there like a limit of how many cards you can actually rent, or like how many cards an account can actually get?
There, I wouldn't say there is a limit. To how many cards you can have. YGG has about 2,000 NFT cards right now. So each of the cards that you saw played there, you can only have two of the same type in your deck, right? So if you had, let's say, two of those skeletons, if we were to give you 3 NFT cards, it wouldn't do you any good because you can only use 2 per deck. So we actually have a list. And then obviously the people that are in the higher competitive guilds get the top tier cards, the hardest to get the legendaries, because they're going to be competing with other people that have legendary cards. So we try to do it as fair as possible, where those cards are going to the people that are going to use them the best, you know at the highest
Yeah.
brackets that they need it in. But that's not to say that we're not going to give people cards that are going to help them progress. We're very cognizant of what cards people need to be able to move up. People can always request certain cards, and if we have those cards, we will do our best to give those out. But sometimes there's just not. Some of those cards are already taken, or we only have a limited amount. So it's a give or take, right? We work with what we can. I think there's even talks right now of possibly having to get more cards because we're actually running out. Like, we have too many people trying to play. So it's quite a balancing act. Boring is joking around though because we want more cards.
Okay, okay, definitely. How's the process on renting a card? Like, if I'm gonna be a new player and since I've watched you stream, I actually want to play Castle Crush. Like, yeah, right. So, what is the process on how I can rent cards? How you are going to determine on which cards I'll be getting? Like, am I getting a random card based on this is a good card for my rank or and for my skill level, or do the players actually do select the cards that they actually want to get, or do they like look at the stash like Axie Infinity and check the list on which cards are available and which cards they can get?
Yeah, so there's a little bit of a mixture here, depending on the level of your castle, right? So it's not like a new player can get certain cards that they haven't unlocked yet. You still have to unlock the base version of that card to be able to rent the specific NFT one, as far as I know. But that being said, you're allowed to request whatever card you want on that list. So the way it works is I plugged our Discord there. We have a separate YGG Castle Crush Discord. You can hop in there, do the verification quick, just check the capture or whatever, and then there'll be a form essentially to fill out and say, hey, I am a Castle Clutch player, I'm in this clan, this YGG clan, I'm looking to rent this card, so and how many of them. That will get forwarded over to Crypto Dad, Boring Forever, and a few of our other clan leaders. They'll review it and say, okay, this card makes sense. We have these in stock. We can send these out to the player, right? And essentially that's it. We assign that to your account that's linked to your Castle Crush account, right? You have to have an Avalanche wallet. Castle Crush runs all of its NFT services on Avalanche itself. So if you're not familiar with Avalanche, there's lots of guides and stuff. I think Boring. I think you have a guide on YouTube, on her YouTube channel, covering how to do a lot of the rentals or set up the Avalanche wallet, maybe. And if not, Borean can point you in the right direction, or we have resources in that Discord there. Everybody's very friendly. They'll get you to where you need to go. And you just fill out that form, wait for them to get back to you, and hopefully the cards are there, and you can just start playing and earning.
Nice, nice. And yeah, Bori actually mentioned that she has a lot of guides on a lot of things regarding Castle Crush. So you can actually message Boring on her page. And yeah, again, also for the people watching this stream right now, if you guys are really interested on playing Castle Crush, I can actually join us here on the YGG Castle Crush Discord. It's gonna be that link there on the screen right now. And you can actually rent your cards depending on your progression. So if while you're explaining it, Colin, I kind of remember a really nostalgic game of mine, which is Clash of Clans, wherein you can only use certain units when that you have progress already with your town hall or something. So I think it's kind of similar in terms of concept, right? So
Yes, yeah.
yeah, the PvP is just different because Clash of Clans is like there's a layout and what, but this one is like a three zones wherein you need to strategize on where to place your cards. And actually, I think it's really a lot of pressure in the competitive scene because you need to think quick, you need to react fast, and you need to do the right place and pray to RNG so that you get the right cards. So yeah, guys, do you have any more questions for this? We have one question for from Carmela. Sorry. For the rentals of NFT, will the guild provide AVAX for new players who rent the cards from YGG?
Uh, there was a point when we would give a very, very small amount of AVAX, but since we're renting the cards to you per se, you don't actually need AVAX to do any of the transactions other than when you want to withdraw. As far as I know, it's probably a better question for Crypto Dad tomorrow, since I actually haven't worried about the earnings per se. But yeah, if Carmilla, you're asking in terms of like you're gonna need some AVEX to withdraw stuff or do any of the transactions, you don't need to do any of the, as far as I know, you don't need any AVEX because we're the ones that delegate the cards out. So it's not like you have to sign any transactions or stuff like that until you're going to be withdrawing the actual tokens itself. And in that case, there's lots of guides on how to bridge over Ether or AVEX over onto that chain for gas. It's a very small amount. It's a very efficient chain, since it is an L2, right? So you only need a very small amount to bridge over, and we do have guides on that.
Yeah, Carmela just mentioned just for transactions since the rents are free. Yeah, I think Fallen answered your question. And for more on in-depth answer regarding the specifics of the game, regarding the mechanics of how the rental system is about to work, please join our community AMA tomorrow. It's gonna be what time is the AMA tomorrow? Fallen, just for everyone to know.
Yeah, so we finally locked in a time there. It's going to be 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. EST. So I believe that is AM for you. So 9
9 or
a.m.
10, yeah.
to, yeah, exactly.
All right, Carmela, you can actually drop by tomorrow on our morning stream. I think 9 or 10 a.m. And yeah, let's ask the other community leads as well that we have for Castle Crush for the specifics of the game. So we have one question coming from Spicer. Can we play it on PC?
You cannot. It is only on Android and iOS.
That's sad, Spicer. You have your
Yeah.
phone anyways, but
Or
yeah,
the
blue
like
stacks.
blower, yeah, BlueStacks.
Is there no like a clause that you'll get banned if you use an emulator or something, or is it definitely okay?
I don't know. Never dove that deep to find out. Again, that's more of a question for Crypto Dad, or even Pisparita actually probably knows way better.
All right, I think boring is typing a long answer with that one. Mirroring up when I stream, I use. Oh, all right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So actually, I think Spicer is actually concerned because he actually wants to stream the game, and it's actually hard to stream on your phone going to the PC. There's a lot of process there, but yeah, you guys can figure it out. behind the scenes. So yeah, Colin, thank you so much for your time spent here on our kickoff AMA. So any other announcements or any last few words before we actually wrap up this kickoff AMA?
Yeah, no, just a pleasure to have everybody on here. I hope you guys are excited to see more of these game highlight weeks and us kind of dive deeper in with these communities that are playing different games. We got quite a bit of stuff lined up for the week as always, and it's always developing as we do more and more of these. We kind of figure out the flow and how the week's going to go, so you can kind of notice a schedule now where we have these kickoff streams, and we have a community AMA, and then we have throughout the week actual gameplay and people streaming and playing the game, and then a wrap-up event. So that's kind of the flow that we're thinking about here. And then obviously a week off to prepare for the next game, and so on and so forth. So we hope that you guys are getting some enjoyment, that you're learning about these games here, and it's bringing some stuff to your attention. And yeah, it's just a pleasure to hop on and kind of just chat about some of these games that I've been working with for quite a while here to get their communities going and get some community spotlight for all the hard work that they do.
Awesome, awesome. Colin, thank you so much once again for dropping by. I know you're really busy, and yeah, everyone, we will be posting an announcement regarding the entire schedule of the game spotlight, which is Castle Crush for this week. But for tomorrow, we're going to have an early AMA, which is late on Colin's time. It's gonna be 8 to 9 EST and probably 9 to 10 SGT on our end. Let me confirm that one on chat later on. But yeah, once again, thank you so much everyone for dropping by, to all the marshals who are helping us right now. Mang Dags, Beebs, Jude. Thank you so much for dropping by as well. And everyone in the community, we have DJ Nami, AC, Big Daddy, Born Forever, Camila, Giyu, Labu, Mimic, Nekotai, Sudo, and Spicer. Thank you so much, guys, for dropping by on our stream, and I hope that I see you guys around for this entire week of Castle Crash goodness. All right, guys, good night, and see you around the metaverse. Peace out, guys. Peace out.
Cheers, guys.